start counting.
Good morning, friends. Did you just hear Caleb? He's even awake now, too. Well, look, here I am from my dining room, and I brought some stuff from school. Does it look familiar to you? Caleb came down and said, Mom, you brought that from school. And I said, sure I did, buddy. So here's our calendar. It's March, but here's an awesome thing. It's not winter anymore. We get to change it to spring. And I love the hope of spring. Have you seen flowers starting to bloom in your yard? I keep seeing little things trying to poke up here at our house. So it's spring. Today, I even have the first day of spring on our calendar. So if I looked at my pattern, and maybe I'll just start it here, it goes rainbow, rainbow, shamrock, 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 rainbow, rainbow, shamrock, shamrock, shamrock. Today would be a rainbow day. So look, I even brought all of these from school too, and they're just down in this little pocket. So there's our 19. It's Thursday, March 19th, 2020. So if you wrote the date in your calendar map, which I'm sure you're doing right along with me, look, I even brought mine. If I write it, here's the 19th. You're going to color it blue today. You can tally for if it's a lion or a lamb day. Tally how many days we've been together. You've got dice. And then if you were to write the date, it would be 3-19-20 today. And here's my weather graph. Outside at our house, I believe it's going to be a sunny day. But what's funny is that I'm doing these so early that the sun's still rising. And some days it's going to still be dark when I do this, which feels really funny. So do your weather graph. What's the weather out your window right now? You've got dice, and you can keep counting through here. Remember? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Then if we kept going, we would be at 110, 120, and check this out. I brought our straws. So if I add one more here, and I flip this over, today is also kind of a funny number. Because look, it's 1, 2, 3. We don't say this number that way. We say 120, because there's 2 10s, 3, because there's 3 1s. 123, 123. Then over here, here's our password that we're still working on. Have you been practicing your password? Maybe show mom and dad your motions. Remember, it goes A-L-L, all of you have been practicing, right? We're teaching moms and dads. Yeah, I thought so. So here's our password. Don't forget to write it this morning, still on your entry task page. And then here is our Bible verse. It is from Proverbs 20:11, and it goes, even a child is known by his doings. I hope you are doing really great things and being a sweet blessing at home. So there's our calendar map for you. Does it still kind of feel the same? A little bit. Okay, so let's talk daily work for today. If I move here, I hope my head's not cut off. Caleb's being my guy back there. Caleb, does it look okay still? Okay. So look, here's day 3. Here's your password for today. Here's day 3. Now, I realized as I was looking through it today, I put something we usually do on Friday on today's packet. We're going to be okay, right? Right. Okay. So here's the first thing. Our letter of the week this week is E, N. So here's your handwriting packet. Now at home, I still want you to do the first page in pencil. Don't forget to do the sentence too. But after that, on these pages, you can do it in marker or colored pencil or crayon or regular pencil. This is up to you. I want to remind you, as you go through this, some of the pages don't have anything on the lines. Remember how we've had some of those at school? But here's a clue right here in the pencil of what letter goes on this page. So, can you tell what letter it is? It's E, of course. Is it uppercase or lowercase? It's lowercase. So, you're going to make me lines of lowercase e's. Remember, it flies under the plane line and around to the grass line. And you still have to have a little hole in the middle, like a cinnamon roll. This one, it doesn't have any letters on it either. But can you figure out what letter goes here? I know you can. You're smart kids. You just have to pay attention. And we're learning and we're growing. Back here, this is actually a game that we usually don't play at school. But if you put a paper clip here in the middle and put your pencil down, you can spin the paper clip. And whatever letter you land on, that's the letter you write in these ones. So you can play the game, or you can just write uppers and lowers on this page. You get to decide. That's your handwriting. Okay, the next thing I have for you, if we were on Thursdays, we'd be doing some activities for reading groups. So this one is called Lucky Little Words. Get it? Because it's St. Patrick's Week. You built all these words last week with Mrs. Verdine in our reading group. Now, I want you to use your brain and tap them out and see if you can simply write the letters. So the first one here, it's a cat. K-at, cat. Sometimes that C and K that make the same sound, we don't know which one to use. But the K, C sound goes with the vowels A, O, and U. I should probably check that. I'm pretty sure that's what it is. I'll get back to you. For today, it's a C though. So, K-at, C-A-T. And you're going to write them in there. Here's our other words. And then, color my little lucky leprechaun in the middle. For math, because we do math in the morning too, it looks like this. Now, this one looks like it could be a little confusing today because we don't use these blue and purple things, but we do use cube trains, and you have cubes at home. See what I did there? Okay, so this one, we're gonna work on doing what's called fact families and doing addition and subtraction together and seeing how they work and how they're a team. So if I have this cube train, I can make an addition sentence and say how many reds? 3 plus how many blues? 1 equals 4 all together in my cube train. But down here I can turn it into a subtraction problem. So how many did I start with? 4. And I'm going to take away the color at the end, which is blue. So I'm going to cross it off. Remember, don't count that one when we cross it off. 4 take away 1 equals 3. So the numbers are all the same. They just go in a different order when we do addition and subtraction. So in here you have lots of places to practice this skill. So the top, we're putting the cubes together. So maybe you need to build the cube train as red and blue or your two colors and then snap them together to find the total. And then you can break them apart for your subtraction problem. 7, if I break off the 2 blues, how many reds do I have left? 5. So you'll practice, and then here, they just gave you numbers. They didn't give you cubes. So if you need your cubes, do it. So you're gonna build this cube train, but look, they put the equal sign and the answer at the beginning. You know how sometimes they flip it around. So you're gonna do 9 minus one of these numbers equals the other one. And then here's another minus. This is a brain stretcher. You can do it. I know you can. Okay, then for phonics today, this is a mystery picture. This is gonna be kind of tricky for you because there's lots of steps. So I'll walk you through it right now. So This says beginning sounds mystery picture. So there's all these little pictures here. And then there's numbers that match down here. So this is number 1. And so I'm going to look up here at number 1 and think, what is that thing? Can you see it? What's that thing? It's a dinosaur. Dinosaur. What does dinosaur start with? D. So I'm going to write on this line D for dinosaur. Then I'll go next door. Number 2. That thing, it's a mailbox. So I'm going to write M on this one. Go through and do every one of the pictures and match the letter. Then what you're going to do is you're going to cut this whole thing off. Cut. And number 1 we said was D, right? Let me write it down for us because I think that's going to help me. D and M. Okay, so D. Then after I cut all these off, I'm going to find the picture that has a little D on it. See? Little D. So that's the one I'm going to glue over my dinosaur. And when I have all my pictures glued down, it's going to make a brand new picture. Okay, this is going to take a little bit. It is going to take some thinking. And I have a few more of these for you in the next couple days. So be patient with yourself and know that this is a new skill we're working on today because there's lots of directions involved. The last thing I have for you, this is the thing that we always do Friday, but I put it in for today. Here's your writing. E is for egg, elephant, envelope. But look, I gave you your ebook because this is going to have some good ideas for you. So grab your yellow marker or your orange marker and be a detective. Remember, passwords, letter E's. And then if you need help thinking of something that starts with the letter E for your writing page, that's okay. You can use this as a resource. Remember? So go through, read it to mom, read it to dad, read it to your stuffed animal, read it to your dog. I don't know where our dog is right now. The last thing I wanted to remind you of is we are still working on the story of Moses. And next week, I got some stuff about the 10 plagues. So in this Bible that I know you have at home, your job with mom and dad over this week and maybe the weekend, and it's okay if you are reading still next week a little bit more, I want you to read the whole story of Moses. So from when he was a baby to when he gets a little bigger and has a conversation with God, to when he goes to Pharaoh, to when he crosses the Red Sea, to even when God gives him some rules for the people